Hello and welcome back to Pandemic Playground with Dave. We are going to continue our space survival adventure, but not here where we are now, which is between Mars and Europa, because of all the damage that was caused by these damn Reavers, as you see here. My space station that I grabbed from Europa and brought up to space to call it my own space station has been completely destroyed, or a good portion of it destroyed, by Reavers, as you saw from the previous episode. I tried to grind down as much as I can just for parts using my small grinding vehicle, and I tried to see if I could connect it as well, and I was successfully able to connect it with some scaffolding or some blocks that are not connected, and constantly being attacked by this drone. I think it's coming from... Oop. That didn't look good. I think it's coming from this mining outpost, but actually, with the direction it's coming from forward here, and every time I do see a little red mark that says Space Pirate Secret Base or something similar to that. So it actually might be coming from there, and it's about 19 kilometers away when I see it blinking on and off. But it keeps sending that little drone to come after me, which is not doing a lot of damage with its turrets. But when it's destroyed and it crashes into either my ship or the rest of the space station, as you see some of these parts here, it's just collecting it there and doing little minor damages in that way. Half of the space station is kind of intact, which is this side, with minor damage, well, significant damage. And we try to weld off as much parts as we can from this side, but we just, kind of glued it back together for now, because I may decide to come back here and fix this up at a later date. But now, I feel like we should just get on out of here. And what I plan to do is actually go to a economy base on my way to the alien planet, which is this way, and at the same time I'm gonna find an economy base nearby. So generally I have a whole bunch of economy bases marked on my GPS. That's why you see all these little waypoints there. And if I go towards the alien planet, there is a bunch of them also located nearby. I'm not sure if they're gonna be on the alien planet itself, or it's going to be outside of it, but we'll check them out in that way, because it's only 4,204 kilometers away, which is not too far. But the other ones that I'm looking around are so far in space, not near any planets whatsoever, which is not too bad. But I really want to find one in space, because what I really want to do is, I'm kind of bored of my current large respawn pod or respawn ship, and I want to redesign this and make this a little larger, a little more easy to use, and increase its thruster capacity, cargo capacity, and also the hydrogen capacity as well, so we can truly be in space and pretty much thrive. So that's gonna take a while to build, because I have a decent idea of it. So I want to plan out a large ship, stick with it, and hopefully we can get going from there. But I'm not sure we're going to be able to do that in this episode, because we're going to do a lot of traveling. So I was able to salvage at least one hydrogen tank of ice, which only had half. I lost a lot of them actually, so that was a lot of waste of ice. But I was able to fulfill and complete and give myself some more hydrogen. Not too much. It gave me about 20% more. I had 40 something on me. So that's going to get me going into my future spot. So let me turn off the stockpiles, unlock, and move on forward. I do honestly regret playing around with that rotor thruster, because it's giving me so much problems in space, which that's what it said. It works in space, but it doesn't work entirely in space. So that's the issue. I'll leave it for now. but because we're just gonna use our jump drives anyways to go towards the alien planet and the economy base. I want to be next to an economy base mostly so I can use the shield and build my space station, rebuild my spacecraft here so I can retrofit it better for all the thruster needs and everything like that. And I am not going to use this rotor system for it as well. Alright, so since I detached it, I'm probably ideally I don't want to bring this with me, but I might, I should probably just bring it with me. So let me just connect this to the front actually. So let me create a connector as I normally do towards the front of this spaceship. I'm gonna add it here, and hopefully I don't crash on it too hard, because if I do that, I'm gonna lose a good number of hydrogen, which is not something I want to do. Alright, so the connector's done. Let me grab the ship, put it there, and get going. Alright, so that's attached, and I'm gonna leave all this behind me for now. I'll probably be back here later in the series. Who knows? There's still a lot of parts to be had and a lot of remake or rebuilding of this. I kind of do want to rebuild it and make it a little more me, I guess you can call it. But likely that's going to be a later video. So right now, it's time to go. But before we go, let me show you a quick time lapse of what I was doing before we got started. Alright, so we are ready to go. So only thing I need to do now is going to be using my jump drive. So I am 4,204 kilometers away from, looks like the alien planet and the economy bases there. So most of these economy bases were gathered from data pads I've collected way back in the series basically, but never really utilized it. So today we're going to utilize it. Hopefully we find a good economy base. Ideally I want to find something that has ships and rovers that are being sold. Why? Because maybe I want to buy a ship instead of make my own ship, especially a small grade one. So let me cross my fingers and hopefully get lucky on that. So let us go to our jump drives like usual and see if we can go 100%. If we go 100%, we are only going at 670 kilometers. Oh crap. And we're being attacked again. Anyways, that means my ship is completely heavy with inventory, which is going to be a pain, and things are just flying right by me. Okay. Nothing happened, so that's a good thing. So a jump drive at 100%, it's only going to travel 670 kilometers, which is not much at all, because my ship is super heavy, and it's likely because I'm storing a lot of stuff. So honestly, this is going to take a while to travel. So what I'm going to do, put on my thrusters, hit 100 ms, and then make my jumps slowly. So it's going to take some time, but hopefully make there in less than an hour, I would want to say. But you guys won't sit through that. You'll see it in the flash. Alright, so it took some time to get here, but as we were traveling, we just rebuilt our hydrogen thrusters, the large ones, and made the ship look a little bit better, and forget about that rotating system that didn't work too well in space. I mean, it could have worked well in the alien planet that's ahead of me, but I decided to forego it. And we are close to a CLEX economy station. Not sure what the name indicates, but we are about 34 kilometers away. And I'm going to try our best to land as close as possible, because I believe my thrusters will likely not be able to pick myself up in such a heavy gravity planet. So I'm going to try to get on top of it as much as possible. And then while I'm going down, I'll let my parachute do all the work. So then I believe I should add a few more thrusters in order for this to really work well, especially in an alien planet. Maybe some atmospheric thrusters, additional ones. But it should be okay for now. Let's see what happens. Likely we'll need the parachute to get us down. It looks like we have a lot of smoke going on as well. It took us quite some time to be honest. It took 5 jumps, I believe. 4 to 5 jumps to get here. And at certain time frames I just drifted and fixed up my ship as much as possible. Didn't get into the middle over there where it's smoking, but it's fine. But anyways, like I was saying before, we're trying to get to the economy base. Hopefully they sell ships and stuff like that. But if not, that's okay too. The ideal plan is to get next to shields so we don't get ambushed or constantly attacked by Reavers again and SPRTs or anything like that, so we can build our ship. I want to redesign this ship, and I want to make it a little bit different from what it is now and make it more spacious, more accessible, and so forth. Alright, so we're getting pretty close to where we need to be. I just need to move a little forward now since I keep dropping pretty significantly. So we're just gonna shut off our front thrusters, our backwards thrusters, and go forward as quickly as possible. And hopefully we get enough thrust right now, because we're running out of hydrogen, as you see in the bottom right. Ideally I should land next to ice, and I see snow, which is not too bad, not too far from where we're going. So that kind of works out. The other spot to land was going to be the desert area, which is not ideal. It's flat. It has, I think, 2 economy bases nearby, which is good. But without ice, that's usually going to be a significant problem. Alright, even with dampeners off, it's making me fall down pretty quickly. So let me try to sustain ourselves and fly forward and somewhat downwards. Alright, so I'm going to go down a diagonal, basically, straight into the CLEX station. I really hope it has a lot of stuff. Maybe you can make some money out of the place. I have 8 million SCs, which is not a lot. It's a good chunk, but it's not a lot. So if I can attach my ship, do some acquisition missions, make some more dough, and potentially buy a ship or something like that. I mean, I really do want to buy a ship, just for fun. We're still gaining speed because we shut off our backwards thrusters. So we're going to just slowly go forward and hopefully drop with our dampeners, so we can kind of fall right into it or get very close to it, where our parachute hatch will pretty much launch, because I need to save some of that hydrogen to get around. I mean, I think that's a lake in front of us and behind us, so we should be okay in terms of ice and hydrogen. But still, we should probably save some just in case. Right, so I'm just gonna dip down ever so slightly. And that's just falling too fast, so we're not getting the angle that I want that's going forward. So we're just gonna use a little bit more hydrogen just for now. I forgot about my atmosphere thruster, so that's a bit of a waste. It's okay. Alright, so we're gonna kind of even out. Should pitch up a little bit. And we should slow down with our front backwards thrusters. And I think we're pretty much golden. So we are about 1.5k away from the economy base. What I can do is just drop and hope for the best. By hoping the best, meaning the parachute will go off. Oh, there we go. It's right on cue. Perfect. Alright, so we're gonna turn everything off except for the atmospheric thrusters because that only uses energy, and I get 66 years of energy apparently, and I think that's because my hydrogen is on. But I turned that off, and now we are slowly coming down, but I don't want to hit the ground just yet, so I'm just gonna slow it down from there. Let's kill the parachute. And get close to it so I can dock into the station. And I am running out of hydrogen fairly quickly now. Alright, we are in the safety bubble. And let me land. Oh, there's a tree there. Can't land on a tree. Oh, just broke the tree. Can't really land here with a landing gear. But we have the tires and everything that helps us, which is cool. Okay, so it looks like the connectors here, we should be able to make it. Not 100% sure. We should be able to do it though. Put the... Nope, not that on. Atmospheric, iron thrusters, everything on. We only have 7% left, which is not ideal, and we're out of hydrogen. Oh man, so I can't make it. Yeah, I'm out of gas. The 7% left, it's probably sitting in a hydrogen tank, a small one, but it probably lost its connector or so. I'm not sure, but we're safe. We're safe in the bubble. So let's check out what's inside first. And the good thing is I do have this guy here, so I can transfer stuff for acquisition missions. So let's go inside. Let's see what kind of economy base is this. If it sells ships, I'll be super happy. Doesn't really look like it. It looks like it has just random stuff. So wherever it is, the contracts, let's take a peek at what they got. Acquisitions, they got a good number of acquisitions and a good number of stuff that we can do pretty much instantly because we have all these things. Look at that. And we can make millions of dollars. But let's see what's at the store. And of course, we got a place where it doesn't sell ships and very little stuff apparently. So that's not ideal, which is okay. We're just gonna do the acquisition missions as much as possible. So basically, what can we do? Let's look at everything. Bounties none, escorting none, hauling none, repairs none, search, not a fan of them, but there are some. So acquisition is a lot. So 363 large steel tubes. Let's take that. Well, we got reactor components. Let's take that. I know we have a lot. We can take construction components. Nickel ingots, we can do that. Interior plates, we could definitely do that. Oxygen bottles, let's not do that. Gold ingots, let's not do that. Detector components, don't really care to do that. Metal grids, we can do that. So, perfect. So now we can make pretty quick money. The only downside is, I just remembered, my tiny ship is running off of iron thrusters. So iron thrusters might not be able to get this thing up and running. I highly doubt it. It's possible. It is very possible, but I highly doubt it. So if I were to unlock now, am I gonna fly? Let's find out. Absolutely not. So I need to add some atmosphere thrusters to this guy just to finish off the missions. But before that, let's see. I pretty much want to make sure to get some ice. So let me see if I can find some ice. Let me see if I can find some ore really quick. If not, then I can probably head over to the spot where I saw the ice lake, or I thought they were ice lakes. I don't even see anything over there anymore. So let's go this way really quickly. Alright, so it does look like an ice lake, so I'm pretty sure it is. It is an ice lake. Plenty of ice here, so if I did land here, it would be ideal, but wouldn't be safe. So that works out. We got some ice here. I think the spotted grounds probably is white. I don't know. Again, I haven't been in this alien planet in such a long time. I mean, everything looks kind of weird to me, like all these trees and vegetation. And I'm not sure what the marked floors look like for ore in an alien planet. I would think it'd be these spotted white things here. You see, I see it kind of spotted white here, but then it disappears once I get close. So maybe it's not. Maybe it's just a weird little lag reflection kind of thing going on. Oh, it's gray. I think it's this. That looks like gray markings. And is there ore? Yeah, iron. Okay, perfect. So it's a little bit of a dark gray marking. So that's what that looks like. So it's probably going to be really hard to see in terms of the grass, right? Is there anything here? No. No. That's pretty hard to see, actually. So that makes it a little bit difficult. Is that it? Or is that just weird coloring of gray on the brown? Nope, this is... Okay, so on the brown rock, it is gray. It might be different colors for some other things. Is this gray in the brown rocks too? Nope, it's not. Oh, it is. Oh. Oh. Look at that. Uranium. So that is a marking. It's extremely difficult to see the marking in this brown gooey stuff. But what would this? Yep, this lighter green looks like some kind of marking. I think it extends all the way up to here. It does, and you can see uranium. That's awesome. So now let's GPS this uranium. We're gonna keep that marked here. So once we get some ice to get ourselves floating, or maybe we build a drilling rig or something like that, we're gonna harvest the crap out of that uranium. We're gonna take as much as we can, store it in our ship, and then be able to fly around almost infinitely anywhere we want to. So right now, probably just going to have to get some ice by hand, which is a little sad, but it is what it is. So yeah, this is the alien planet. I'm pretty sure most of you have explored the alien planet before. Like I said, for myself, my adventure, rarely spend any time in the alien planet, and it seems pretty cool. And I'm gonna stay here for a little bit, not too long, hopefully. But we're just gonna rebuild our spaceship as soon as possible, and hopefully, you'll see it in the next episode. But before we get out of here, let's show a quick tour of what the alien planet looks like. Alright, thank you guys very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to our channel, leave some comments, and of course hit that notification bell. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.